I'm Barne Krucoff. I'm the state of Maryland's Geographic Information Officer. We've had an open data initiative for a fairly long time, but more formally, the governor issued an open data executive order about a year and a half ago, and we've put a lot of data on data.maryland.gov. With ESRI, we are going to have similar capabilities with our geospatial data that we've had with some other data sets that are more tabular. We're really just getting started with the ESRI open data product that's on ArcGIS Online, but for several years, Maryland has made many map services available right now. We tend to average around 250 published public map services through our MDI-MAP program, Integrated Map Program. It definitely cuts down on interagency stovepipes that we have a central repository, so our agencies know where to go to find things. The public knows where to go to find things. It's always a question of keeping that up to date, making sure that we have the relevant data. There's always more that we could publish than we've published to date. If you ask people what data they want most, it's probably what people like me are getting paid. They want our salaries. They want every transaction the government has on their credit cards or purchases. That's very popular. But after you get through a few of those headline data sets, there's a great deal of mapping information that people want. In the state of Maryland, we're making a big push to make our property data available free of charge statewide. We've charged for that data for 20 years, and that's in the governor's budget this year. But a lot of other data sets are open, where the parks are, where various land use categories are by the state. Lots of demographic data that comes through our cooperation with the Census Bureau and the Maryland Department of Planning. Lots of emergency management type data. You can find where power outages are in the state at any time. Even though there's 5 different utilities, we've collected all of that in one place. Lots of information on the state highways, state roads. People don't know how often they're consuming government data, sometimes through third parties. And putting it out there in a data that can be consumed allows that. We're not trying to brand the data. We want the citizens who've already paid for it to be able to use it. When we saw the ESRI Open Data Solution, I was able to cancel a project to actually pay one of our state universities to build the same thing. We had them under contract to improve the user interface for the public, and our data was not as easily downloadable as we would have liked. You couldn't take it and say get a spreadsheet or get a KML file. You had to take it as a map service. And we needed to build a user interface for that and a back end. What the Esri product did is basically handles that. It was no additional charge for us. And the user interface is developed. So instead of developing something, we've put that time into better categorizing the data and having more of a curated product for when we actually get online.